Dan Bilzerian. He's an international playboy, high-stakes poker player. You might know him from his lavish escapades and endless thrill-seeking. Recently, he took a break to appear on the Mighty Pursuit podcast, and his clips have since gone viral.
Like, I actually found that when I was only dating 5 girls, their expectations of me were exponentially higher than if I was dating 50 girls.
Okay, if you don't know much about Bilzerian, this guy is the modern Hugh Hefner.
Who are you, Hugh Hefner?
He's known for flaunting a literal harem. His posts on social media show him on bougie yachts in tropical destinations with crowds of women in skimpy bikinis or less. And the Hefner comparison doesn't stop there. Here's the mansion he used to rent for his massive parties. He's also got a bodybuilder physique. For the uninitiated, he's basically the real-life Giga Chad. So why are we talking about this guy? By all accounts, Dan is a serial womanizer who's basically made a game out of maximizing his body count.
I f***ed 9 times in one day.
But then he said this on the podcast.
I don't know, what I kind of landed on was I think it's like better to have a monogamous relationship, as strange as that is coming from me. Because I think you got 2 choices. You could just like do whatever you want and, you know, be free and like allow the women to be free and just use condoms with all the girls and not care about if they hook up with other guys and it's just like purely sexual and whatever. Or I think you can find a girl that you enjoy spending time with and that you actually trust each other.
This is insane. Dan Bilzerian's midlife realization after sleeping with thousands of women is that monogamy is best.
It's the way.
Not to excuse his degenerate behavior, but his logic is pretty on point. If you're dating and or sleeping with 10, or let's think like Bilzerian here, 50 women, none of them have any particular incentive to invest in you as a human being. They know they're just a number. They're competing for your attention. Like the founder of Playboy, Bilzerian has bragged about launching the careers of scores of women. Maybe that's why they hang around him. But do they care about him? Unlikely.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think it's unlikely to find a woman that is going to be okay with you sleeping with other women that actually cares about you for the right reasons.
Yeah.
It is possible if you find a bisexual, very open, whatever.
If you are dating one woman, she's more likely to be dedicated to you. She's going to challenge you and encourage you. You have someone sticking by you through thick and thin, celebrating your wins, mourning your losses, making you better. This truth bomb from Bilzerian flies in the face of this trending manosphere. If you don't know, the manosphere is this online community of men who are frustrated with male-female relationships. Fair enough. This is based on the fact that women initiate most divorces and other alleged fallout from feminism. It's true that so many men are struggling right now with suicidal ideation, porn addiction, and drugs. Andrew Tate is one of the biggest spokespeople of this movement. Tate made bank running a cam girl business. He's argued that it's wrong for women to have lots of sexual partners, but it's totally fine if men do.
Whereas every single king and sultan and sheikh since the dawn of human time had multiple women. Men are allowed multiple women. Women are not allowed multiple men, because if a woman has multiple men, you cannot ensure paternity.
But Tate's worldview represents a shallow and truly toxic masculinity, and I don't use that term lightly. It's all about getting rich and ripped to attract women, only to treat them like toys. For example, some of his cam girls were branded with tattoos that said, "Owned by Tate."
That's disgusting.
Tate was much more manipulative and calculated than Bilzerian about this. Tate once said his job was to get women to fall in love with him. For him, it's about conquering, not finding an equal to love and be loved by. Whereas Bilzerian admits he purely does this for pleasure. And having tried all that, Bilzerian is now saying that a monogamous relationship with one woman is superior. Monogamy is good because it's ordered towards marriage. That's the basic unit of society that binds all the generations together, that links us to the past and to the future. The natural family with a mother and a father in a lifelong covenant provides mutual support. It gives companionship. And it's best for children, no question. And let's be real, we've seen that without monogamy as the norm, we open Pandora's box. It's anarchy. Now there are a zillion genders. We're commercializing our bodies on OnlyFans. And being attracted to kids is way less taboo than it used to be. This is the slippery slope. It's also a cop-out that we've somehow evolved out of monogamy. The way we conduct our lives is a choice, and some choices are just selfish. Cheating definitely is, and so is dating multiple people at the same time. To be sure, we don't know if Bilzerian has thrown out his old lifestyle.
Doubt it.
But Bilzerian hints at the problems of our hookup culture where labels and commitment are now so passé.
Even if the girl is okay with it, I think that you like cause internal damage to her. And I found that with Andrea, and that didn't feel good to me. Even though I could do whatever I wanted, and it was this weird spot where she basically like told me like, you can have sex with other girls, just don't tell me about it. I want you to lie about it. And then she would try and like catch me cheating. And I was like, but wait, but you told me to lie. It was this whole weird thing.
Yeah, duh. It might seem tragic that it took Bilzerian this long to realize this, but he's actually ahead of the curve. Polyamory is the hot new thing now, according to the New York Times, Vogue, and even the New York Post. Rarely are progressives and Andrew Tate on the same page. Horseshoe moment. Monogamy is the best arrangement for human happiness. It's the basis of the family and Western civilization. And if Dan Bilzerian can realize this, then maybe there's hope for this new generation of men and women. And like I said, this gross culture is spilling over into kids, who are now sexualized like never before on TikTok. To find out what TikTok is doing to your child, click here.